Okay. So apparently, this whole Quentin work with Nas conversation is going a little more viral than what I thought, because now, people are reaching out to me, asking me to clear it up. I have to clear up the fact that I worked with Nas. So, okay. And, off the strength, I want to shout out to Hit Boy, for the opportunity that he gave me when he invited me to the studio and allowed me to work with Nas. Shout out to Hit Boy for that opportunity. I also mentioned other artists that I worked with, from Jeezy to Jeremiah to Ty Dolla $ign to fucking. I mentioned other artists. Writers post their work and talk about their work all the time. You know why? It helps. It also helps with the business of writing. When people know that you were part of certain things, it makes people more prone to work with you. It's kind of part of the job. Is naming your resume or your catalog or whatever. It kind of goes with it, but it's not that way with me, because I just so happen to have had a situation with the biggest artist in the world, and it turned into a whole fucking ghostwriting scandal, and now I am the ghost. Now, anytime people work with me, it's like I'm supposed to be a ghost, but I'm not a fucking ghost. You don't make money being a ghost. They don't pay you. Artists don't give a fuck if you have money or not. They do not pay you. So if you don't get paid, and you can't even get the clout from being a part of this shit to get opportunities to get paid, why would I want to be a fucking ghost? Let me say this right now. Quentin Miller is not a ghostwriter. And I want all the artists out. I don't give a fuck if I never work with another artist again. I don't care. I do not care, because I hate the fucking business. I am not a ghostwriter. If you work with Quentin Miller, you worked with Quentin Miller. And you better be okay with saying that you work with Quentin Miller. Now, when it comes to the Nas situation, I pulled up on Hit Boy. That was a situation with Hit Boy. I'm in the room. I bounce some ideas out. There we go. Clear it up. I just bounced some ideas. Couple ideas went. That's it. That's all that happened with the Nas shit. But I am not a fucking ghost. I am not a ghost. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck.
Is running it down on these niggas. Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll, fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never will hurt you. Niggas will never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen none of nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
Shout out to Nas, man. Escobar season has returned. They got so much to say about Nas, man. It's so funny. Shout out to Quentin Miller, And shout out to 21 Savage, and I'm gonna tell you why. But shout out to Quentin Miller. I was watching his video he did, and he was discussing how basically, as an artist, you work with certain artists and the whole ghostwriting thing, and people say that he ghostwritten for Nas. And like he said, I worked with Nas, I worked with Jeezy. Wasn't that he pinned anything out, he just worked with them. So the crazy thing is, right, Nas and Quentin Miller worked on the record Pressure, right, on King's Disease 2. Okay, it was a song called Pressure that was on King's Disease 2 that Quentin Miller and Nas worked on. That's the first track on King's Disease 2, right? Quentin Miller had background vocals on the record, right? On the Pressure joint, he had background vocals. They made it seem like, oh, he wrote for Nas. He wrote for Nas. He wrote for Nas. No. He had background vocals on the record. It wasn't he wrote for Nas. He had background vocals on the record. They made it seem like, oh, this dude, he wrote for Nas. He wrote for Nas. The crazy thing, right? So, him and Don Teller, right? Don Tolliver, who's also got background vocals on the record. Quentin Miller got background vocals on the record, right? So, they made it seem like, oh, he wrote for Nas, right? The same thing they said about Stickman and Jay Electronica. Oh, they wrote for Nas, and this is what happened, and he wrote for Nas, this one. Like, come on, bro. A lot of the BS that y'all dudes be saying, and it's sad, though, that people be running around with these narratives that this man has ghostwriters. Dream Hampton started this rumor on Twitter in 2012. Dream Hampton went on Twitter. It said that Nas had ghostwriters for the Untitled, the N-Word album, right? In 2008. She said Jay Electronica and Stickman from Dead Prez wrote for Nas, right? Which was cap. They did not write for Nas. Stickman came out and said no, that was cap. Jay Electronica said no, that was cap. But Dream Hampton ran with that narrative that they wrote for Nas on Untitled. So now, fast forward in 2022, we're dealing with the same ghostwriting bull crap. The same bull crap. Which is ridiculous. What I don't understand is, right, as artists, right, as a person like Nas who's worked his entire career, his whole life, one of the greatest to ever touch the mic, right? Worked so hard, right, to get where he got to in life and in his career, right? Been in the game since 91, right? And still doing it, right? To have somebody say that he needed ghostwriters is an insult. Somebody that wrote the most legendary album, Illmatic, at a young age. To say that this man had ghostwriters is an insult. The crazy thing is she ran with that, and it was slander. Fast forward, you get the same type of BS again. Why is it that Nas has to have a ghostwriter? It's evident that Jay-Z had ghostwriters. Okay? Like, Jay-Z literally had ghostwriters on Blueprint 2. Yeah. Black Album. You see in the studio the reference track, who's doing the reference track, Kanye. Nobody talks about that. Jay Mills brought that up. Nobody talks about that. But everybody wants to talk about Nas got ghostwriters. Come on, man. Quentin Miller didn't write for Nas, man. And they know that. He was on the vocals of Pressure. He just got a writing credit. He was never a writer. Just because he's on a record, that don't mean that he written the record or written the song. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, people just want to slander Nas. But let me just say this too. I want to give a big shout out because I want to talk about this also. 21 Savage and Nas is dropping a record. They dropping a single. Hit Boy posted up. It's supposed to be dropping, I think, midnight. Nas and Hit Boy dropping a record together with 21 Savage on it. which is interesting. That's some smart marketing genius shit right there. I don't know what the trolling that 21 did, what he said about Nas, but that One Gun, One Mic that's dropping tonight with Nas and 21 Savage. Oh yeah, it's different. That I'm gonna keep it real. Marketing genius. Hit Boy, Nas, y'all dudes is marketing genius, man. Come on, bro. One Gun, One Mic. So that'll be dropping tonight with Nas and 21 Savage. They about to shake the internet up. I don't know what that was about, but they gonna shake the internet up. Nas and 21 Savage, man. So at 9 p.m., Nas and 21 Savage got a record. They about to shake the internet up. I'm not gonna lie. Nas and 21 about to shake. They about to shake the net up, man. Shout out to Hit Boy, man. They some fools, man. Y'all, that was some trolling. I ain't gonna lie. That was some trolling. They about to shake the net up now, man. You know what I'm saying? They drop a record on niggas. Like, damn, son. What? Like, damn, nigga. Y'all nigga, he said, Nas irrelevant in there. Boop. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all, we got this record. One mic, one gun. Y'all niggas is crazy. Shout out to Nas and 21 Savage, man.